Alright, I have to say, this is the first real hard mission of this game. The others are like, more or less easy, so like, there's real little chance basically like you losing guys or like, having issues, but this one's hard. So let's just jump into it, shall we? Alright, before we do anything else, let's just visit the pub. Because here there's basically a couple of people to talk to, so... First, the old soldier. Prince Tristan seems very occupied in taking revenge. At Peshbal, he would not take Imperial prisoners, not one. I guess years of exile may do that to a man, you know? Turns you into a demon. So that's the old soldier, basically talking about like, the Granian Prince. Who basically wanted us executed as well, by the way, because like, that's justice. Grand General Bugus and King Aldir are the remaining two of the 7, who were Emperor Lacrus's most fearsome generals in the Unification War. Both are now old but still legendary. I wonder who will take the upper hand. So that's what the Puna basically says. And I finally have Garo, who is basically a mercenary, but whatever. Let's just talk to him. I don't like these alliance crops any better than the Imperial crops. The lords are already arguing over who deserves more spoils of war. As a mercenary, do you know what's the most important decision? Pick a good employer, that's what. Then take care of your family. Alright, so, that's basically the people in the pub here. Now, I want to know before I basically leave the pub that I went to the merchant before, like, doing anything else, like, setting up my guys, so... Basically, in the merchant here, there's basically a couple of heavy longbows. And these bows are basically, like, high power, like, damaging things that, like, have long range for, like, archers. Basically, these have a range of 3. And as you can see right here, they have, like, a damage of 12 and a critical of 9%, so they'll basically help me out a lot for this mission when I basically, like, go through it. And normally I don't usually buy stuff for the merchant this early, but, for this mission, it's definitely worth it. So, I bought them up, and here we go, basically with it. Alright, now, in the HQ, it's worth knowing something about, like, my guys here. It's worth knowing that basically any guys who has, like, spare equipment, like, Pel, who used to have that iron sword, or, like, Garo, who basically used to, carry, like, a dozen swords based around with him, I basically have taken those off. And you can see that these guys now have a lot of potions on hand for as well. One thing about this mission is that, like, there's gonna be a bunch of thieves. And basically, like, Flex here, they have the pickpocket skill. So they can basically, like, pickpocket your items if you're not careful. To avoid that, anyone who's basically a ranged character who can basically avoid being in contact with thieves, they're gonna basically, like, use, like, the skill ranks in Book of Lores basically to level up a little bit first one. And essentially, like, they're gonna be my heavy hitters as well, because they have the heavy longbows as well to, like, make use of. But anyhow, let's just jump into the mission, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm gonna note basically at this point, but I'm gonna actually make it like a brief, like, cut to this recording after, like, go for a debriefing here. Basically, I've actually, like, gone through this recording, like, a few times at this point, but we're just gonna quickly go like this for now. And we're just gonna deploy my guys right here. While Alexis was staying at the camp of King Casto, the Imperial Alliance armies were heading into another major battlefield. The Grand General Bugus himself joined the Imperial host, which began its offensive movements. The Alliance also boosted its number after King Linus and his Justinian army arrived and formed a fierce defensive line. After a month of skirmishes, 2 armies fought near the free city of Kamal, where both sides took heavy casualties. While victories were proclaimed by both, the Imperial armies began their retreat. As the campaign effectively became a stalemate, Imperial armies retreated from the neck, leaving behind deserters and scavengers of the war. It seems the Imperial army's retreat left a plenty of deserters. Somewhat ironic, wouldn't you say? What are we to do, my lord? These are dangerous men. The region will turn lawless soon, while the monarchs discuss their next action. ... Don't worry, Cecile. We will be careful. You scum! Move away! Ah! What the hell? You thought you'd outright me here? Please! Leave me! And save yourselves! Ma'am, you must hide! Alright, before I actually do anything else, let's just sort of describe the situation we're basically in at this point. So, basically on this battlefield here, there's a whole lot of ballistas. And these things are like possibly like the worst like feature of this map because basically these guys will pound you with like their heavy arrows for a lot of damage. So basically this guy's got like 9 like damage from his big arrow, and he's got like 13 strength, so he get like one shot like say like your mage and like your archers and stuff like that very easily. And these other guys are not scout fit either, so this guy's basically like 9 strength and like 20 like 20 big arrows basically use. This guy's got like high skill and like high strength as well. But probably what's most annoying about this mission as well is the fact that there's so many enemies basically to fight. Basically all around this map there's like enemies, and guess what? There is a few like distractions over here for them, but the majority of them are going to come after you. So we're gonna have lots of like enemies to basically fight. Some of these enemies are rogues and like thieves and stuff like that, and they come with like pickpocket, which means they can actually steal our items too. So expect to see a lot of potions get stolen in this mission, for sure, when I basically play it. Also, there's a mage here. He sucks. He's got high like he's got some magic and like 15 fire, so he can do quite a bit of damage when he basically hits me, for sure. And then we have like the chests and feasts by the way as well. So I'll note there's basically a couple chests on this map, one up here and one down here. These chests are random and you don't actually have to go get them in this mission, but if you do, you can basically give you a random goodie basically if you like loot them. Though note that this guy over here, this thief right here, is starting like in the western part of the map. He's gonna basically go to this like chest here in like 3 turns, and he's going down to like this chest down here, and he's basically gonna loot them both. So if you want to basically get the chest, you have to like move fast, but there's lots of other stuff basically to deal with in the way, so it's hard. Also note by the way, there's a sniper down here to deal with, as well as like of course there's like upgrade rogue over here as well. So you have some upgrade units basically to deal with too. Now down here with these refugees, by the way, these guys are kind of special because they're actually carrying a very important mage over here. I won't go into like who she basically is right now, but note that basically in her inventory she's basically got some high powered spells. She got a defensive ring and a speed ring to help her like stay alive, and she's got a necklace and a book of light. She's gonna basically like kill a lot of stuff that basically comes her way, but she's not gonna last forever, so I have to watch out for that too. Alright, so that's basically enough like a background basically for like this mission. Now note that my strategy here, I usually go after like this dessert up here like as soon as possible to try like give myself some like room to like work like around just like ballistas, because basically like right down here is like a death field, so to speak. So I basically like to move up here in this like top corner where I can have like a little bit of defense, room, so to speak, defensive room, so to speak. But anyhow, note by the way when I would deploy these guys, by the way, that like I just went down like deploy like Cecil, Reinhardt, and then get the rest of them like that, so to speak. Know where the resistance basically are. Now, note by the way, I could actually use like Cecil to attack this guy right here, but what's basically gonna happen is like I'm probably gonna like restart this mission, and what I basically do, I'm gonna actually set like the Orpheus guys a little bit differently. So that basically like I'll have possibly like Reinhardt basically right here where like Cecil basically is, and I'll basically have like Kunz basically like where like Reinhardt basically is right over here. And there'll be like a reason basically for it, basically for sure. So you'll see what that's all about, like, you know, when I basically like, you know, get to it. But whatever. Let's just like, you know, suspend the mission right here for now. And because I'm gonna like, you know, I've already basically gone through like the briefing like, you know, 3 or 4 times now because I actually tried this mission 3 or 4 times. So I'm basically gonna cut the recording right here. Be right back. And then here we go. You have no idea how many times I've basically gone through that briefing, by the way, because, well, basically, like, you know, I spent like 10 minutes basically so far, like, check the recording length. Basically doing that like 3 or 4 times now. I don't want to do it again. So basically, I'm just cutting recording here and, like, you know, jump into like this part of the mission at this point right now. So we'll load her up. I'll full screen it. Now, I will look. I basically noticed that, like, you know, I had like Cecil basically up front next to, like, you know, Lexus last time. I'll not basically actually click these like in a different order. You can actually like set the order for, like, you know, which guy, how your guys basically gonna spawn in. So if I select Reinhardt first, it'll basically spawn where, like, you know, Cecil was for like last time. And if I go, like, you know, basically like, you know, say put in like Chris basically after, he'll be like, you know, where Reinhardt basically was right after that. And then for the rest of them here, let's just put like, you know, Ife right here for example, and we'll go like, you know, Cecil, Garrel, Megpin, Davian, Fletch, and Neat. Alright, let's deploy these guys like this and we'll basically see, like, you know, how basically changes like the setup basically for, like, you know, my guys here. We can skip this because I'm basically already 2 guys, so we'll jump right into the mission. Alright, now note by the way I basically have, like, you know, Reinhardt my mace is basically now, like, you know, out right here where Cecil basically was, and Cecil's basically down here. Part of the reason for, like, moving this, like, you know, mace basically right here, so like basically into like shooting range for, like, this deserter here, so that's basically why I basically did that. I also have Ife here as well, by the way, so I'm gonna, like, you know, move up basically to, like, you know, attack, like, say, like, this guy right here, and, like, you know, get closer to, like, this guy up here as well. But first things first, I'm gonna go through my guys and equip my stuff because something about your intermission menu is that it doesn't let you, like, you know, equip stuff in, like, the menu, so you have to do it on the battlefield always. So we'll do it right now on all my guys, unfortunately. It's really a feature I wish that was, like, you know, enabled for, like, you know, the intermission menu where you can, like, you know, equip your stuff like this, but, you know, it doesn't let you, so it is what it is. Alright, now, how I'm basically going to do this, by the way, I'm going to have Alexa basically move up to right here. And the reason we're basically moving right there is so, like, basically can give an accuracy bonus to, like, you know, people who are, like, you know, shooting at this ballista. So if I move, like, you know, Reinhardt up here basically attack this ballista, he'll have, like, a 9% chance of basically hitting it. So that'll help a lot for, like, you know, taking this guy down. So let's do that right now. So there goes like half that guy's health. Next thing I'm going to do is have, like, you know, Chris come up here to, like, you know, parry this guy right here, so we'll do it right now. And he'll basically flick, like, you know, 9 damage, but that's fine to basically, like, you know, hurt him a little bit more. And he gets moved right here for now. And then finally, for, like, you know, finish this off, we're going to have, like, you know, Ife basically move up to attack him right here. And with, like, one blow, he'll be able to take this guy out, so boom. Now, I want to note that basically, through this mission, if you don't kill, like, this, like, ballista on the first turn, he's gonna be able to get like, a, you know, a shot basically at your guys. Or if you basically, like, go in a different direction, these other guys are gonna get to shoot at you. You really don't want ballistas shooting at you, because they're gonna do a lot of damage to hit, so mainly, like, the main way I, like, lose guys in this mission is, like, a ballista that shoots, like, a guy and, like, you know, kills him, so if you can avoid that, it's great basically to avoid, so do so. But let's move my, like, you know, arch up here. And Damien here, by the way, he's, like, you know, we're gonna have to basically block for, like, Kunz here a little bit, so he'll go over here, I guess. Actually, let's move right here, I think. Although this guy's basically gonna be a bit of an issue because he's got, like, a little bit of strength in, like, Iron Lance, so he'll actually hurt my guys a little bit, but, you know, it is what it is, so let's move you up here. And yeah, look, by the way, basically want to, like, you know, moving side facing outrange is listed down here as well, so. You'll go up here. You'll go right there. And you know, the healer up here can go over to, like, you know, the sand dune, I guess. Alright, so. Now, I normally basically, like, skip, like, you know, through, like, this, like, you know, these, like, you know, movements, but it's really important, basically, for the first, or, you know, second, third, and base to see, like, you know, how people, like, move on to, like, the refugees here. Basically, in this mission, the majority of these guys are gonna, like, go after, like, you know, you, but some of these guys can sometimes break off to go after refugees, like, say, this sniper here sometimes will go after, like, the refugees instead of go after you, or, like, you know, sometimes have, like, these, like, cavalier, like, you know, go after, like, you know, the refugees or go after you. Basically, that's the sort of thing that'll happen here, so we're just gonna see how these guys move and just go from there. So we'll end our turn. I'll see how these guys basically move. So that guy always got their, you know, the first refugee right there because, you know, he's hell bent on basically hearing your guys, so that's his job. You guys are all gonna be like moving in your direction, so here they come, basically. I suppose it's probably a good thing they all come after you instead of, like, go after refugees, but, you know, there's so many basically to be sure. Alright, so Damien gets attacked by this guy, but, you know, it's fine. He'll get a little experience for attacking him. I'll note that this is also a good mission for, like, you know, leveling up your guys, but, like, you know, they're very low level like they are, but, you know, you have to be very careful when you do so, for sure. Good, that Bliston missed. And kabam! So I'll note that Mace can do a lot of damage when she basically hits stuff, so she should be good basically to defend herself, but, you know, she's not going to hold out forever. Something to note, by the way, is that this Bliss over here is actually in range of, like, you know, hitting, like, you know, your mage here, so you have to watch out for that, but, you know, there's not a whole lot you can basically do about it, so, you know, you have to basically, like, pull up yourself, basically, like, you know, starting out. Alright, you're right here. So, how do we basically want to do this as a thing, right? So, I want to basically, you want to be very careful with this mage over here because it has like a huge amount of damage basically capability, so it can basically, like, you know, one-shot a lot of your units. And these rogues are also very annoying as well, but, you know, not as annoying basically if you have, like, you know, nothing to steal. Alright, let's see here. I guess for now let's just have, like, you know, Davian basically, like, you know, hit this guy again to get a little more experience. And I'll basically move, like, you know, David over here to, like, you know, heal up, I guess, so you'll go right there. Let's have Geralt basically move up to, like, attack this guy next, I think, so yeah, I can go after him. Hit him a little bit. Kabam! He hits it back. He hits him forward. Oh, he's continuing. So there we go. You're gonna kill, you know, keep killing this guy, I guess. That's fine by making a little bit of damage to him. Let's have Flux basically get into the action if we can. I'll note that Flux basically, if he kills this guy, then, like, you know, he won't take any damage, which is great because I don't want to, you know, take, like, you know, 8 damage, but, you know, I do want to get some experience, so hit him. There, he missed. Oh, hits. Hey, you got a coin. I'll note that Flux can basically steal people. Alright, so, I'll note that basically, like, you know, with the pickpocket skill, feeds can basically steal, like, coins, and you can do it with, like, Flux here, but the majority of, like, the time it's gonna be, like, you know, from the other feeds basically stealing from you, so you'll see that a lot, but from, like, the enemy's basically point of view, so to speak, so it's not great. Let's see here, Reinhardt. I'll note basically right now that, like, you know, this mage isn't in range for, like, you know, hitting my guys here, so I think what we're gonna do is basically move, like, this guy over here. We'll blast this, like, you know, guy to smithereens with, like, a spell. So we'll do that. I'm not too worried basically about these guys taking like injuries because they can like, you know, heal up all the potions they basically have, but you know, it's preferable that they don't take damage like they like, you know, that basically where like you lose like, you know, almost half their health. And let's just see here. The most thing I'm worried about is like, you know, basically being killed by like, you know, the mage, but you know, everyone else is not like, you know, too worrisome, so let's have you move right here. And you're just gonna hope this on top of those like, you know, rocky like, you know, defense positions right there. You can move basically over here to like, you know, defend over here. I think I'm gonna have like, you know, Kunst here basically run out to basically hit this guy a little bit, so go here, take a pot shot, and run back, you know, behind like, you know, our line, so to speak. And you can go right there. A healer can go over here to like heal up David a little bit because you're gonna need it to like, you know, get on the line. That's how healing works, by the way. You use your staff and like he heals these guys up. So you have to be like adjacent to you guys to heal them up, but you know it's pretty powerful regardless. So not gonna complain about it too much. All right, let's see here. I want to soften these guys up a little bit as well as distract them if they can't get the chance to. So. The thing about this ridge here is that, like, you know, if I basically put, like, you know, my Dragoon basically on the ridge here, the mage can basically attack him unless they like, go all the way over here. But going up there basically means I can get shot by ballista, so it's not ideal. Probably what I'm gonna do is just go after his archer here, I think. So we'll hit this guy a little bit, soften him up instead. I don't really care about going after the archer, he's not going to do a whole lot of damage to me, but you know, in this case I don't really have much of a choice, I don't really have, you know, much else to go after, so hurt him basically. Alright, let's go enter turn. Another major thing about this mission is that you have to like really plan like, you know, your guys, like your moves and stuff like that, because if you're in range of ballista, they can like, you know, instantly like, you know, shoot at you and like do a lot of damage to you, so you have to really watch out for that. And plan for it. And yes, everyone keeps charging toward me, because that's what we're basically going to do. Ouch! Oh, they're attacking life over there. That's not great, but whatever. That guy's almost dead. Alright, so Mage gets another kill. That Mage is basically gonna be what's killed basically everything down there for the most part, but you know. If she gets attacked, it's not great. Alright, let's see here. This Mage has gotta go, so. I'm gonna move him basically down here to attack the mage without him retaliating, I guess is thing. So, on a little bit of like heavy bullets, by the way, I can actually hit these guys without them able to retaliate, because, like, you know, mages and archers with, like, armed bows, they only have a range of 2, so they can only, like, you know, hit basically, like, you know, this far. But out here, basically, I can hit these guys basically at range and, like, you know, hurt them before they can basically do anything, so. Fire there. Good shot to him. Now, I am tempted to sort of like get Cecil into the mix here to like, you know, mix up with this guy as well. But that requires me to move my guys out of formation, and you know, I sort of like where they basically are right now, so I'm gonna try and get like, you know, life here basically to finish him off. So we'll see how this goes. Not for a chance of hitting him, so you know, pretty high at least. So, wha-bam! And kill him. Good. That's what I basically want to see. Alright, so. I want Ife, I guess, to, like, absorb some attacks here, I guess, at this point, so. I want him to basically go over here, I think. Now, I didn't put him here last time because the mage was basically in range, but because the mage is dead, he can't really hurt my, like, Dragoon here. And this guy's basically, like, out of range, so he can't really, like, hit the, like, up this way here, so. At this point, I should be able to, like, more or less, like, hold these guys off a little bit easier now as a result. Alright, you're gonna basically hit this guy for, some good damage. Or kill him, I'm good with that. Yeah, I don't like this guy being able to attack me over here, so. You need to go over here and, like, defend the line. You can still get around him, unfortunately, so I have to watch out for that, but, Alright, so yeah, this guy can also hurt for like, quite a bit of damage as well, so unfortunately I gotta watch out for that too, but I think we're gonna basically just have, like, Garo come down here to hold the line, so to speak, if he can. I'll use one of the places at this point to, like, keep him alive, or actually before I do that. Always check to make sure, like, you're out of range, basically, and apparently I'm not with, like, David here, so actually I'm glad I got, like, in a bad position here, so he's gonna get shot basically by Ballista, so you're gonna see that basically happen. So, we're gonna get shot by Ballista, unfortunately, regardless of whether I want to or not. Use a potion right there for you. And let's just have Flex go right here. I'm actually gonna exchange, like, I'm think with someone else, so. Cecil, you can take this coin. Let's get my healer bits to heal up you a little bit. And I'll blast this mage here with, like, our bow, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move you up here, I think. If he misses him, I'll basically use the mage to finish him off, so that's really the plan. But he didn't, so that's fine. Kill him off. Move you right here. And we'll basically cause you to charge up, so. Mephin's gonna get a little bit of strength and skill bonus, even though he's probably gonna get shot by someone, or actually won't, there's no one around, but his recharge is basically useful, because basically, he's gonna be in a sort of defensive, like, position, so he'll absorb attack and basically, like, be able to, like, hit him back hard for it. Alright, let's go through the next, like, round here. Alright, so, note that Azure basically got up to, like, the chest up there, and he basically got something called Risk Taker. That's basically a skill scroll. And essentially, like, when you go to, like, a chest, you basically get, like, the random loot inside it, so he basically, like, glued the chest right there and got, like, the loot inside it, so lucky him. Note, by the way, he's actually a scavenger, he's actually a soldier, so he's not actually going to fight you, but, he's going to steal all your loot, so you have to watch out for that. Alright, he goes after a soldier, he stabs back. Alright, good, this guy went for Alexis, I'm okay with this. I'm actually, like, concerned that, like, Damon's going to take a big hit here, so that's going to suck, but whatever. Oh, now he's going to attack, so he's going to use his charge bonus to hit this guy, or miss him. There was that guy, unfortunately. Doesn't look like the mage is going to do anything this turn, but oh well. Just going to sit there and look pretty, I guess. Alright, Ife retaliates against this guy. Good damage there. Level up for him as well. Ouch! Oh. Alright, well, that basically goes to show, like, if you leave your guys basically out in, like, the wrong place to, like, get eaten alive by Ballista, so to speak. So, there's our first death, basically. And here's our first restart. So, yeah, I'm basically going to restart here, basically, go for that turn again. And this time I won't move my character basically like, you know, in range basically like, you know, that happened basically. So, Damon will basically like, go right here I guess, to, like, you know, not get eaten alive. So go right there. That was my bad basically, it goes to show that's gonna like, you know, be like, you know, what probably what kills me in the first mission, like, you know, move my guys like in a bad position like that.